Hello, this is Martice Brumfield with Martice Brumfield Real Estate, and you guys are in for a wonderful surprise. Today I have here with me Kevin, Htain, and Christopher. Cool. You guys know them from the hit television show on HGTV, Flip or Flop. And so today we are going to be talking candidly on what you can do to appropriately stage your home when you are preparing for sale. So gentlemen, welcome and thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
So first off, we want to get started with specifically finding out what exactly is staging specifically.
Staging is using your time frame and your budget to sell your property in the fastest time possible and for the most amount of money.
Great. And you know what? That's extremely important in today's market with real estate. So my next question then becomes specifically, what are some of the benefits of staging a home? You know, let's say that I am a home seller considering, selling. Sure. And I'm a little on the fence about whether or not I should stage or not stage. What advice would you give me as a prospective seller in staging my home versus not staging my home?
Well, one of the biggest benefits anymore is that staging homes is commonplace.
Okay.
10, 15 years back, people weren't staging homes as much.
Okay.
And now, pretty much every home that you're looking at is going to be staged.
Okay.
The ones that remain just a white box challenge, those are the ones that people are easy to glance over.
Okay.
So now it just really helps your home stand out.
Okay. Okay. Now, as a stager, for both of you, this question is actually for both of you. What are some of the focal points that you guys put your attention on?
Common areas.
Okay.
Of course, upon entry is the living rooms or the walk-in, the first perspective when you walk in. You really want to address that.
Okay.
Other than that, master bedrooms.
Ideally, it's best to focus on staging the whole entire property inside and out
Okay.
if you can. If you're on a budget, though, the ideal rooms that you want to be staging would be the master bedroom,
Okay.
the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, and all of the bathrooms with special attention to the master bathroom.
Okay. Okay. So what I hear you saying is really a lot of the community rooms in the home.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. And is there any particular type of decor that you gentlemen take into consideration when you are preparing to stage a property, to stage a home?
Well, every single one of the properties that we stage it according to the architecture.
Okay.
So you're not going to have a Victorian exterior with a modern interior.
Okay.
Every property that we do, we make sure we look at the architecture and we stage accordingly to the way it's built.
Okay. Okay. And I would imagine that's really, really important because you don't want to kind of mix the styles, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Also, with that, you don't want to get too specific or too taste specific with the pieces. Try to keep them neutral.
Okay.
Home staging for sale is a little bit the polar opposite of interior design. Interior design is a lot of hand holding, designed to specific taste, and staging we're going towards to appeal as many people as possible.
You know what, I'm actually glad that you brought that up because for those of us who are not that familiar with the staging process, it's one thing to stage, but like you just mentioned, is another thing to actually do interior design for the property. Yep. So there's a total difference between the two.
There really is. Yeah.
Okay.
Personal taste is one thing, but we're not going towards that personal thing. We're really neutralizing and appealing to as many as possible.
Okay. Now, let me ask you, again, kind of similarly going back to one of my previous questions is staging affordable for a prospective seller? If I'm, again, on the fence about staging my home for sale, is it cost beneficial for me to stage it versus not stage it?
Absolutely, it is. We can see it. Most homes that are not staged are on the market for 80 days or longer.
Oh, wow.
In comparison to properties that are staged, which are on 12 days or less.
Okay.
And in that market, it means that you're going to take less price reductions.
Yes.
You're going to have less holding costs.
Yes.
And it gets you out of the property a lot faster.
Okay.
So staging is always less than a price reduction as well too.
Okay.
So you should always take that into consideration before doing a price reduction, because once you do that, the money is gone completely.
Okay.
So you might as well do the staging first and get the money recouped back with the expense. It's one of the only value-added services in the real estate industry.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, one other thing to keep in mind is that staging services, it's not a cost; it's an investment, and that investment is also tax deductible.
Nice.
It's not considered it's not considered an improvement.
It's a home improvement.
It is a home improvement, not a repair.
Oh, nice.
So it's
okay.
not. So it is tax deductible.
Great. That's really good information for our audience here. And how often do you guys actually find that the buyer is wanting to take the furniture in tow with the purchase? How often are you guys coming across that scenario?
And that, I think, has to do a lot with the type of property that we're dealing with.
Okay.
A lot of seeing as though we are on the coast, a lot of the beachfront properties, the buyers may be either buying it to turn into a vacation rental. So they'll just buy the furniture with it, or if it happens to be an overseas buyer, they don't want to ship their stuff. It's already ready to go.
Okay, perfect. And what has been the biggest change that you have seen, Kevin, in the staging industry, specifically in reference to your career? And how long have you been in staging?
Well, I've been staging for 14 years.
Okay, great.
So I've seen the market in all sorts of different fashions.
I would imagine,
and everything else as well too. So a long time ago, there were times when we would only stage one property, and we would be the only property staged in the area. So we had a very captive audience.
Okay.
Now, when I stage a property, there could be one down around the corner that's being staged as well too. So it comes down to the quality of the staging.
Nice.
So the bar has completely been risen in the staging industry.
Nice, nice. How did you land in this particular job, if you will? It's really not really a job if it's something that you actually love doing, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I actually got into staging through my mom, who's a broker up in Sacramento. Nice. And they did a lot of staging up in Sacramento, Northern California, and she introduced the idea to me to come down to Southern California to learn how to do that. Okay, okay. Now, real quickly, as we, kind of wrap up here, what's the biggest challenge that you've come across with staging a home that's occupied versus non-occupied? Or is there really a difference between the two? Well, with an occupied home, there's a lot more of, there's less lifestyle. Okay. You can always tell when somebody's living inside of an occupied home, and the house always just looks a lot better. Okay. It feels a lot better. Statistically, occupied homes sell faster than vacant homes. Really? Okay. Yeah, they do. That's interesting. Because they have the lived-in feel. Yeah, but also it's well maintained. Okay. And there's and it's spacious and it's comfortable to live in. Okay. And it looks that way. And so occupied homes sell a lot faster than vacant homes do sometimes. Wow. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Is it possible for a seller to stage their own home, and do you actually recommend it? It is possible. Okay. That's what we file under the DIY consultations. Okay. I'll come out to the home, I'll empty my head of suggestions and things like that. As far as recommending it, as long as they follow instructions, the result turns out really well. Okay. Most of the time what it is just paring down pieces that they already have, depersonalizing on the lines of the occupied stage. That's essentially what it is. But the pieces kind of already have energy and soul to the property, and so they just need to be placed right. Okay. The way you stage isn't necessarily the way you live, and they just need guidance on where and what to put within the home. Nice, nice. Well, you know what? We want to thank you both for allowing us to interview about home staging. Absolutely. And again, if you guys have any questions or concern or would like a consultation with these two guys, they'll be more than happy to assist you. And again, this is Martice Brumfield with Martice Brumfield Real Estate, and I'm here with Kevin Htain and Christopher. Again, if you guys need any type of staging consultation, be sure to look at a link below, and we'll have their information for you guys to give them a call. So until next time, I'll talk to you soon. You guys take care. Bye-bye.